All right, mate. Massive news coming from the Tottenham camp.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, get this. We're diving deep today into all this transfer talk, contract extensions, you name it. And the stuff I've seen from Tottenham TV is juicy.
Oh, really juicy.
Juicy. I'll tell you.
All right, lay it on me. What's the big news?
Okay, first off, Sonny.
Okay.
The Telegraph is saying that the club's thinking about triggering that one-year extension, keeping him at the lane.
I know.
You know what that means?
He's been battling a few knocks this season, hasn't he?
Yeah, but...
I mean, it seems a bit risky, don't you think? What if he doesn't get back to his best?
Oh, come on, you having a laugh.
Yeah.
Sonny's a proper yid through and through. He's got that lily-white DNA in him. I remember back when things were dire with Nuno.
Yeah.
He signed a new deal.
Oh, yeah, true. Yeah.
That's loyalty, mate, the kind of commitment you can't buy.
Fair play. He's definitely a club legend, but there's that whole thing with the South Korean gaffer as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
He's been saying all this stuff about prioritizing Sonny's health and all that. What if that means he plays less for his country? Would that be a good thing for us? I mean...
Less international breaks, less chance of injuries.
True, yeah.
You know what? They actually won their last 2 World Cup qualifiers without him.
Oh, did that?
They can manage.
Okay.
We need him fit and firing for Spurs.
Right. Yeah, I see your point. I suppose it's that whole headache of club versus country.
Yeah.
How do you balance keeping them healthy but also letting them represent their nation?
All right, okay. Enough about Sonny for now, because this next bit is mental.
Okay.
Get this. Tottenham and the Juventus are apparently keeping an eye on Endrick.
No way.
That young lad at Real Madrid.
Really?
Seems like he might be up for a loan move come January. You know, get some more minutes on the pitch.
Hold on. Are we really going to bring in another attacker when we've got young Mikey Moore just waiting for his chance?
Yeah.
Give the lad a chance, I say.
Easy there. I'm just saying, what if it was a loan deal with an option to buy?
Yeah.
You know, Endrick gets a taste of London life.
Yeah.
Decides Madrid's not for him.
All right. Look, the kid's talented, no doubt. Remember that screamer he scored in the Champions League?
Oh, yeah.
Pure class. But even in that game, his decision-making was a bit off. You know, he took a shot from miles out when he had teammates in better positions.
Yeah.
Is that the kind of attitude we want at Spurs?
That's a good point. Where would he even fit in our squad?
Exactly. We've already got Richarlison struggling for game time, and he was supposed to be the main man up top.
Well, maybe Endrick could cover for Richarlison when he's inevitably injured, which, let's be honest, is quite often.
All right, you got me there. But let's be real, the chances of this happening are about as slim as seeing Arsenal lift the Champions League trophy.
Next up, a name Spurs fans know well, Patrick Dorgu.
Oh, yeah.
That battle for the left-back spot is heating up, mate. We've got Man United joining Tottenham and Chelsea in the race now.
Now, this is where it gets interesting. We are desperate for cover at left back. You know, Udogi's being run ragged, and Ben Davies can't keep filling in forever.
Right.
Dorgu and Udogi rotating, that's a proper, solid left back pairing. Imagine that.
Right. Those opposition wingers wouldn't get a sniff. But let's be honest. Do we think Levy's going to splash the cash in January?
I wouldn't bet on it unless, of course, he decides to offload a few players first.
Ooh, you're talking my language now. Could we see Spence or Lo Celso packing their bags, maybe even cash in on Ben Davies before his contract runs out?
Don't forget, if Davies goes, we'll need a new center back.
Oh, yeah.
It's like a game of musical chairs at the back.
Makes you wish you were in Levy's office, eh?
Oh, tell me about it. See what deals he's cooking up.
Though knowing Levy, he's probably got us all fooled.
Oh, yeah.
We're all thinking big signings, and he ends up getting some unknown gem from the Portuguese second division.
Yeah, probably right.
But before we get lost in this transfer maze, we need to talk, Sonny.
Yeah.
This contract situation is massive, not just for the team, but for the fans, too.
Absolutely. Sonny's more than just a player. He's like the heart and soul of the club, and with Kane gone, we need that connection with the fans more now than ever.
Exactly. Remember that goal against Burnley a few seasons back? The one where he ran the entire length of the pitch? The place went absolutely bonkers.
Oh, yeah.
You could feel the love for Sonny. It was electric.
Yeah, magic moment that was.
Yeah.
And those moments, those memories, that's what makes this contract decision so tricky.
Yeah.
Can't be sentimental, can we?
Of course not.
Gotta be smart about it.
But he's still a world-class player, even with the knocks he's picked up and the way he guides the younger lads. That's priceless.
Yeah.
You can't teach that kind of leadership.
True. He's a proper role model for the youngsters coming through. And you know what? Maybe that's the key here.
Yeah.
Maybe this contract is less about what Sonny can do on the pitch and more about what he brings to the club.
That's an interesting point. It's like investing in the future, not just the present.
Yeah, exactly.
What's your gut feeling then? New contract, mega money deal, or are we saying goodbye to him in the summer?
Tough one. I think he'll get a new deal, but maybe not a massive pay raise. Could be something like a 2-year deal with incentives. You know, keeps him hungry.
Yeah.
Gives the club some flexibility.
2 years? That's a bit short, isn't it? 3 would be ideal, wouldn't it?
3 years might be a stretch with his injuries and all that. 2 feels about right.
Right.
You know, allows us to reassess down the line. But who are we kidding?
Yeah.
We're just armchair analysts.
Yeah.
Levy's the one calling the shots.
Well, he's got us all on strings, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Speaking of Levy, do you reckon he's got a surprise signing up his sleeve? Some big money move to send shockwaves through the league?
Let's be real. A Levy surprise usually means some bargain bin gem that nobody's heard of.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. He's pulled it off before. Look at Bentancur.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't hold my breath for a flashy signing.
You're probably right. He's all about value for money, that
Yeah.
Levy. Though you have to admire his negotiation skills. He'll squeeze every penny out of a deal.
No doubt about that. So back to that Endrick rumor. Are we buying into the hype, or is this just agent talk?
Honestly, it's hard to tell. The kid's got bags of potential, but he's barely getting a look in at Madrid.
You can't help but wonder if a loan move would be the best thing for him.
For him, maybe, but for us, where does he even fit? We've already got Kane's replacement, Richarlison, and let's not forget young Scarlett coming through the ranks.
True. Unless Ange decides to switch things up and go back to that 3-5-2 formation he loves so much.
Yeah.
Then we could have Endrick and Richarlison leading the line, double trouble.
All right, now you're getting carried away, but you know what? This is Tottenham. We're capable of anything.
Exactly. This whole Endrick thing, it's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. But let's shift gears for a minute and talk about a transfer. I'm really excited about Patrick Dorgu. Now that's a signing that makes sense.
Can't argue with that. Left back's a problem area for us. No two ways about it. Udogie needs cover, and Dorgu fits the bill perfectly. He's young, hungry, and already playing first-team football. Plus, he's homegrown. Imagine the roar of the crowd when he makes his debut at the Lane.
Yeah, I can practically hear it now, but let's not forget we're not the only ones sniffing around Dorgu.
Oh, yeah.
Manchester United and Chelsea, they're both in the mix, and they've got deeper pockets than us, let's be honest.
Come on, have a bit of faith. We can outbid them. Surely Levy's got to splash the cash for this one. This is the future of our defense we're talking about.
You're a dreamer. You are. Levy's not known for throwing money around willy-nilly. He'll drive a hard bargain, that's for sure. But if it comes down to a few million quid, I reckon he'll pull the trigger. This is too good an opportunity to miss.
I hope you're right, because if we miss out on Dorgu because of a few measly million, I'll be absolutely gutted. This is the kind of signing that could transform our team.
Look, I get your frustration, but patience, my friend. The January window is a long and winding road. We've got to trust that Levy's got a plan, even if we can't see it yet.
Easier said than done when you're a Spurs supporter.
Yeah.
Our hearts are on our sleeves, and we just want what's best for the club.
You know what? You're right. This is Tottenham, and we're all in this together through thick and thin wins and losses, and of course, the madness of the transfer window.
Couldn't put it better myself now. There's that crystal ball. I need a glimpse into Levy's mind. All right, let's have some fun with this. Imagine you're the gaffer, right? Ange Postecoglou hands you the keys to the kingdom and says, go get us some players.
Ooh.
What positions are you prioritizing in this transfer window?
Oh, that's a dangerous question. Knowing me, I'd probably blow the entire budget on some South American wonder kid nobody's ever heard of. But if we're talking sensible signings, I'd be right there with you on that left back cover. Dorgu, he's the one, young, hungry, homegrown, the lot.
Right, and picture this, Dorgu and Udogie battling it out for that starting spot week in, week out.
Yeah.
It'd bring out the best of both of them. Iron sharpens iron, as they say.
Absolutely a healthy competition. That's what we need. And while we're at it, can't forget about finding a proper backup for Richarlison. No disrespect to the lad, but he hasn't quite set the world on fire, has he? We need someone who can step in and make an impact when needed.
Agreed. I'm not talking about spending a fortune, but someone who can hold the ball up,
Yeah.
link the play, give us that different dimension up front. Maybe even bag a few goals while they're at it.
Now you're talking a proper target man, someone to bully those defenders and give Richarlison a run for his money, keep everyone on their toes. That's the key.
Exactly. A bit of healthy competition. Never hurt anyone. Speaking competition. Let's circle back to Sonny for a minute. What's the verdict on this contract situation? Are we going to see him wearing the lily white for years to come, or is this the beginning of the end?
Tough one, isn't it? Sonny's a legend, no doubt, but sentiment can't cloud our judgment. We got to consider his age, his injury record, the whole 9 yards. It's a delicate balancing act.
Absolutely. We can't be handing out mega contracts based on past glories, but at the same time, you can't put a price tag on what Sonny brings to the club. The passion, the commitment, the connection with the fans, it's special.
It really is. Maybe the solution lies somewhere in the middle, in contract, maybe not a massive pay raise, but with some performance-based incentives, keeps him motivated, keeps the club happy.
I like the way you think. A win-win situation. It's all about finding that sweet spot, right?
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the day, it's League's call. He's the puppet master. We're just along for the ride.
Ain't that the truth? Hold on tight, mate. This January transfer window is going to be a wild one, full of twists and turns, just like a good old-fashioned North London derby.
You can say that again, but hey, that's what makes it so exciting, right? The drama, the speculation, the endless possibilities. It's Tottenham. Anything can happen. But enough from us. We want to hear from you a lot. Hit us up on social media and let us know your thoughts. Would you want Endrick at Spurs?
Yeah.
What about Dorgu? And most importantly, if you were calling the shots, what moves would you make in this transfer window?
Let's get this debate going. Come on, Spurs.
COYS.